Hello everyone, Thempire Ian here with more new cards, and who would have expected Heraldic Beasts? These are kind of interesting because there are some quite strong cards in the Heraldic Beast archetype, at least strong for their era. Again, like with the Dragon Rulers, this might be a situation where they're strong for their era and not really strong in today's world, but much less so than Dragon Rulers, let's be very clear here. The Heraldic Beasts are part of like an anime archetype that it was like a boss villain. They do include number 69, and so this duel ends with number 69. So I guess let's get into it. You know, everyone else is watching people react to the Game Awards, but you're here, my faithful viewers, my true believers, watching the most important react, cardboard. Pieces of cardboard. All right. So first up, we've got Heraldic Beast Griffin. This guy looks cool, but all the Heraldic Beasts kind of do. They look like fantasy creatures with armor on them. It's pretty neat. Heraldic Beast Griffin, level 4 Wing Beast, Wind, 1600 attack, 1000 defense. You can only use the first deck as one per turn. You can send one Heraldic Beast monster from your deck to the graveyard, except for Heraldic Beast Griffin. Special summon this card for your hand. Also, you can have special summon for the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except by Exceed summoning using only monsters with Heraldic Beast or number in the original names of material. That's interesting. This card's quite strong already. It sets up the graveyard and summons itself, and then locks you into Exceed summoning and only using Heraldic Beasts or number monsters as material. So you can summon anything that's an Exceed monster, but you have to use Heraldic Beasts or numbers as materials. This card can be treated as 2 materials for the Exceed summon of a number monster that requires 3 or more materials. That's also nice. There's some Heraldics that you want to do that for. Hold up. We're going to have to do another... Sorry, the flashbang. Actually, let me just go here. Heraldic. We can't type in Beast, because Beast is just the main deck monsters. The extra deck monsters are not that. Like, there's Heraldry Patriarch. I guess it just mentions Heraldics. That's unfortunate. It's Heraldry and Heraldic. That's awesome, dude. Okay, Heraldry only requires 2. Heraldic King Genome Heritage only requires 2. Okay, so let's try Heraldry instead of Heraldic. Heraldry. Okay, Heraldry Crest requires 3. And it negates the effects of all face-up Xyz monsters currently on the field. All others, I should say. Target one face-up Xyz on the field until the end phase. This card's name and the original effect become the same as that monsters. So... And there's number 69, by the way. Number 69, Heraldry Crest. And then C69, Heraldry Crest of Horror. Requires 4 level 5s, but you can, you know, you're supposed to, like, do the rank up magic on it. Which is why the effect of Griffin says you can still use number monsters as material, so you can rank up that way. When opponent's monster conducts an attack, you destroy all cards your opponent controls. If this card has number 69, Heraldry Crest, but Xyz material gains this effect. Once per turn, you can detach one Xyz material, then target one face-up Xyz monster opponent controls. This card gains attack against that monster's original attack, and if it gains attack that way, the card's name becomes that monster's, and it gains that monster's original effect. These effects last until the end phase. So, like, the thing about these cards is that they're heavily reliant upon what your opponent's doing. Now, you must assume that your opponent's trying to do something that's strong, but is it strong for you? Like, do you want to have, like... just like a random example, like Malice's Banish effect or whatever, you know. I don't know. It's like it's really dependent upon what your opponent's doing. Like you could take the effect of the Rizials, the Rizzlers, but I don't think. Hold up, Rizial. Let me look at the field spell. Does the field spell give them the effect, or does it let you do it? That's not the field spell. That's the field spell. No, the effect is on the field spell. So yeah, you can't take the negate, but you can take Detonator's detach and pop at least. But your detach and pop is not nearly as good as Detonator's is. But you know, let's see what else is on offer here. So we just looked at the first card. There might be something that makes this better. Heraldic Beast Stat Whale. Stat Whale? Okay. That's a weird name. A level 4 water fish effect. 900 attack. 1900 defense. It really does have stats. You can only use the first and second effect of this card name once per turn. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can discard 1 card, add 2 heraldry spell traps from your deck to your hand. There's some quite strong ones there. Let me pull them up. Heraldry. So the traps don't really matter, but I guess Heraldry Record's not bad. Because it stops Ryzial. Kind of weird that it says it is activated by detaching its own Xyz material. It does specify it has to be its own Xyz material. But advanced heraldry art. Target 2 heraldic beast monsters in the graveyard, special summon both targets, and then Xyz summon 1 using those 2 monsters only. That's pretty good. That one's pretty good. Charged up heraldry. Tribute 1 monster, special summon 2 heraldic beast monsters from deck in defense position. Can't special summon monster for the extra deck the rest of the turn, except for machine or psychic monsters. Can only activate 1 charged up heraldry per turn. That's not bad either. That's pretty good. So like, you summon Whale, you grab these 2 cards. This one can make you 1 Xyz already, and then this card can tribute the Whale to get you 2 more. Yeah, it's not awful. And then it has an effect in grave. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 2 heraldic beast monsters with the same name in your graveyard. Special summon in the defense position. You cannot special summon for the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except for the same effect as Griffin. This one's fine. Yeah, this one seems pretty decent. These both seem all right. They're fine. This is a good normal summon. This is a good extender. It's not bad. Very limiting though. Very xenophobic, but that's probably for the best. Numbers 69. Is that something we do? Hold up. I've got to look that up too. Numbers. That's just getting me nothing. No, that's it. That's literally it. Okay, so it's the first Numbers 69. Oh wait, that's the Japanese name, Number 69. It's just gonna be called Number 69 apparently, according to Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that what they do for all of them? Anyways. Yeah, no, it just says no like that. Okay. Thanks, Yu-Gi-Oh! That's not what no stands. Whatever. Okay. Moving on. Yu-Gi-Oh! You're so frustrating sometimes. Heraldry Crest, Shatter Stream. Come on, God Shatter. It's not gonna be what they call it. I agree with actually calling it Shatter Stream or something stupid like that, because there's no way they're gonna call it God Shatter. Usually they would actually just call it God Shatter in the TCG stuff, but I think it's the correct choice to just go ahead and lower everyone's expectations. 4 level 4 monsters. It's a light psychic. You can only Xyz effect summon this card using 1 monster you control whose original name is Number 69 Heraldry Crest as material. Transfers materials to this card. You can only use the effect of this card's name once per turn. Okay, so I guess this text means it can just be slapped on top of Heraldry Patriarch or Heraldry Crest. I mean, Heraldry Crest. That's the main one, I guess. Heraldry. You're getting a first-hand look into my dysgraphia. Yeah, okay, so that's the main one that requires 3 level 4 monsters. So these 2 by themselves make that, and then they also do other things, which is pretty neat. And this guy barely does anything, but I guess he can do something funny. If your opponent has something good to use it on. And then you can rank up into this guy. You'll use effect once per turn. When the monster effect is activated on your opponent's field or an opponent's monster declares an attack, quick effect, you special summon 1 Number 69 Heraldry Crest, Dark Matter, Demolition for your extra deck by using this card you control as material, then destroy that opponent's monster. This is treated as an Xyz summon, transfers materials. Okay. That's very funny. It lets you just... It gives you kind of a Ghost Ogre effect, except it's a battle trick, I guess. And then you summon this guy here, this big one. I like that this guy is just flat. It's very funny. And then this guy turns into a snake for some reason. Okay, Number 69, Heraldry Crest, Dark Matter, Demolition. Rank 4, Light Psychic. Requires 5 level 4 monsters, but you're not making it that way. You can make it that way, though. 3100 attack, that's pretty neat. It looks like you can make it that way, it's just they would prefer you make it this way. So let's see here. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects once per turn. Quick effect, you detach one material from this card and target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Its name is treated as unknown. That's fun. It's a neat little mechanic. And, you know, it could theoretically mess up your opponent if they, like, are making something that requires... Like Malice, for instance. Malice, some of the... Or actually, all of the Link monsters require at least one Malice card. So that can mess up some combos if you're like trying to go in like with a Link 2, like Splash Mage and a Malice into a 3, make the Malice into a non-Malice, and then, you know, it's kind of funny. I think Ryzial also has a thing where at least one of their Ixies requires all Ryzials to make it. I think Detonator is the one. But they'll just summon another one. That's the same thing for Malice too. They'll just summon another one for the most part. But what it is really fun for is that the thing about this card, or the thing about the Heraldry archetype, is that Heraldry Patriarch is a really funny card. Is Heraldry Patriarch on here? Yes, it is. So if 2 or more monsters with the same name are on the field, you can detach a material from this card, choose one monster among those with the same name, destroy all other monsters with that name. So if you get a lot of them to be treated as unknown, you can do a pop. It's not very good because you'd have to do this very slowly, one at a time. When a monster's effect activated, your opponent resolves, if that monster's name is unknown, negate that activated effect. So, okay, so turning them unknown also negates their effects. But you can still steal their effects and their name, which is now unknown. This is very funny. I like this kind of like, oh yeah, you just, I'm going to destroy the name of this card, is now unknown. You forgot it. You forgot what the name of this card is. It's cute. It's not very good, though. Heraldry Flash. You can only use the second effect of this card name once per turn. Target any number of face-up monsters your opponent controls. Their names are treated as unknown. Okay, well that gets you a lot more, so that the Heraldry Patriarch stuff can happen. During your end phase, this card is in your graveyard and you control a Psychic Ixies monster. During your end phase, if this card is in your graveyard and you control a Psychic Ixies monsters and... colon. Okay, I think it's a typo there. You can set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Okay. Well, this is all cute, right? These are all very cute. They're not good. They're not good. There's some really good heraldry cards, but the Ixies are not one of them, and these new ones are not enough. This guy's funny. I'll say this guy is funny because his ability to turn something into an unknown and then it negates its effects, and then also this one turns even more of them into unknowns for you to negate. That's like not awful, but getting there is a bit of a pain in the ass. So like first you've got to use 3 guys or the Heraldic Beast Griffin to make the 3 material heraldry crest, and then you got to make this guy on top of the heraldry crest, and then you got to use this effect that Ghost Ogres the opponent on your opponent's turn, and then you got to make this guy. So it's a little bit of a walk. It's a little bit of a journey. And like, so that means while this guy has a big negate, you're at the very least allowing one effect to go through. They can allow or one monster effect, I should say, because spell traps are also perfectly fine under this. I will say I like that they've even in these like really bad archetypes, I like that they've been making the consistency tools there. So like this is extremely consistent, it just doesn't do enough. Much like the Arcana Force stuff, really. I think it's extremely consistent, but it doesn't do enough, right? I like that better than just making them like, oh, this would be really broken if you could get it to happen at all. Because I like consistency. Like I feel like this Heraldry Crest deck could be well, I hesitate to say interesting. It seems really boring, actually. It seems incredibly boring because it's just like negate turbo. Because this is searchable, so you can search, you know, one of the spells I was just mentioning, and that with the whale for just the cost of 1 discard. Yeah, But like you could play it in a lower power format on your own time, and like it would work pretty well for that. Like if you banned like everything that was like rogue and above, and just had like a bunch of terrible decks like Heraldic Beast and the new Jurak deck and the Arcana Force, it would be the worst format known to man, because every single one of those decks does something that's so incredibly unfun. Just like, oh man, are you going to play the deck that negates the entire board? Or are you going to play the deck that floodgates the entire board? Or are you going to play the deck that board wipes the entire board 3 times? Oh man. This is unfortunate. I was kind of looking forward to these when I saw that they had made Heraldic Beast stuff, because I think the Heraldic Beasts are super cool. Well, I guess at the end of the day, the Heraldic Beasts are just another rank 4 strategy, and we've got a better one. Yugioh just does everything that this deck wants to do, but better. And then the new thing, like, or everything the deck previously wanted to do, I should say. Everything that the Heraldic Beast previously wanted to do, Yugioh does better. So they had to try and create a new identity for it, and in so doing have just made it basically unplayable. I mean, it has a game plan, don't get me wrong. It's better than some decks, so because it has an actual game plan. I just don't think the game plan is particularly good. Oh well. At the very least, we got a whole bunch more 69, and that's got to count for something. 69. Yay. All right, let me know what you think of these down below. I literally have no more thoughts about these. I'm struggling to think of anything to say about these. They're so boring. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey there, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate if you left me a like and a comment, maybe share the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all the usual social media sites. Just check out my website in the description below for more info. My videos are funded by my patrons and YouTube members, whose names you'll see scrolling by underneath credits here. For just $1 a month, you too could find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity. In particular, I'd like to thank Haru Hayes, Fleakill, Frog Prince Michael, Jeremy Coatney, the Almighty Ferret Lord, and Fire Mizumi. A big thanks to all my other patrons and unto my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye!